gosh!
Every time that camera's on, I feel like I have to do that. People are like, I don't see it, make some movements.
That motherfucker is connected.
I felt compelled holding it to go into 3D.
Hey, DJ, is this thing casting crazy shadows and shit, or what?
That's fine. No, that's good.
What about going over to that side?
Yeah.
Maybe.
No,
I don't know. It's the same as that, I guess, doing it on the.
I don't have it in front of me to look, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so
Hey, what are you? Shut the hell up over there.
This is 50
Sorry. You know what, you can just say this is our live PAX special episode. And you can worry about the episode number when you do text, but we'll call it the live PAX special
I think it's
the one I just put up. Well, I mean, we can just go to oldgamers.com.
Should we double check?
Last one was 50.
What if I
Yeah, but you have another one in the can, ready to go?
No, this is it.
No, you guys were
57.
on
Alright.
Tuesdays.
Alright, 57.
Okay.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Alright. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the All Gen Gamers podcast. This is fantastic because this is our first in-person, live, recorded, video, audio, in-person episode. We are here live at Pax Prime.
And we're naked right now.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know.
Yeah. The video will reveal that to everybody.
Yeah, everyone.
Just see the video, they're like, oh my god. They'll be flagged right away, but we'll put it up.
We Photoshop clothes on this.
Yeah, the 3D will show that shit. Yeah. So we of course are here with good friend Johnny Millennium. Johnny, I can hit you.
He's hitting me. I don't like this. I want to go back to the way it was. I don't like making eye contact. It's really scary.
Get him away
You know? But yeah, this is amazing. I just can't. It's like sinking in for me right now. We're all actually in the same room doing it, but it doesn't seem strange at all.
Yeah,
Not a
No,
bit.
not at all.
Not a bit. But anyways, that is my intro.
We're also joined by everyone's favorite Gamester 81. What's up, John?
Good, man. I can hit you too.
Maybe hit me one more
Hey, but
time.
no, I can actually hit him as well.
And of course, the man himself, Pete. Look at this. Pete Door, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Hey guys.
Great to see
No,
you.
hang on. I'm gonna try and be in the best of moods because my area right now at home is actually on a tornado watch. So at the point in time, anytime, I could lose everything. And I'm actually stranded here until God knows when, hopefully not too long, because my flight is canceled, JFK airport is closed down, so
man.
I'm gonna do my best here, but keep in high spirits.
This will keep you in the mood right here. Ketchup flavored chips, Pete.
I will try.
Try it.
Look at his eyes. He's like, I'll try it.
Okay, what do you think? Here we go. Real life.
He just ran to the bathroom.
Look, it's like French fries.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
But he likes it. He likes it.
Mikey, he likes it.
I
He
think he's
likes
saying-
it.
Now I wish I had the stuff here to make the poutine so that you could try it live on
Rob.
PAX.
Oh,
But
Rob.
that's such
Now you're
later.
bringing it up.
You
in front
ruined
of
it. You could have
everybody.
brought that up as a special thing and told everybody.
I'm sorry.
And yes,
I'm sorry.
Rob is here.
Rob Man, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
I'm here to ruin give all the spoilers, ruin all the fun, and pretty much piss everybody off. How you doing?
Good.
So, well, good podcast, guys.
See you later, Rob. Done.
Thanks very much.
But here, just let's go back to the start of this whole trip.
Nice.
I picked Rob up at 7:15. Chip under this back one too much. But yeah, my God, live is a lot better. It's good. I like it. But I picked Rob up at 7:15 in the morning. He comes out. He's like carrying all these bags, and I swear I only have like a small cube size, where you can put everything. And I'm like, what the hell is all of this? Like, I don't know where we're going to put this. And Rob, you can tell him what you brought.
All right. Well, you see, I had a few gifts lined up for the gentleman on the best podcast on the internet.
Well, please.
Shameless plug. And,
We'll take it.
So for Pete, I had a remote control Sonic Racers race car.
Which I did not own. That's 2 for 2. Someone else, Ryan, gave me a Sonic hacky sack, which I also did not own.
I gotta see his remote control car.
And the set of Sonic and the, what was it, Sonic and the Chaos something styluses? From the
Sonic
DS?
and Sonic the Dark Brotherhood styluses, which I do have. However, now I can, open one and keep one too.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Which was also from
Yes.
And a poster out of the South African release of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Something
from
else
Mega
I
Drive.
did not have from Sonic the Hedgehog, a South African Sonic the Hedgehog poster.
That's
Wow.
you know, from the Mega Drive.
Yeah.
days,
Were those guesses, or did you really know he didn't have it?
I didn't know whether he had it or not. I was guessing.
We're talking about Pete Norris, so
Yeah.
that's what an amazing
Wow.
guess.
Um,
Yeah, good job.
And I brought 2 different kinds of Canadian ketchup flavored chips.
Yes.
And a big old bag of Smarties for Mr. Gangster 81.
Yes.
I know his affinity for certain snack
And
foods.
for those who don't know, Smarties in Canada are different than the ones in the U.S. They're
Right.
almost like M&M chocolate.
Why don't we show it? We got him right
Yeah, we
there.
got him.
And we got
Yeah.
video.
What the heck? We
Ladies
show
and
him?
gentlemen, video, we got audio.
Boys and girls, in Canada, this is what we like to call Smarties. They are small, ovoid candies with chocolate centers. They're like M&M's, only good. Or better. So,
yeah.
come on.
Have we
Eat a box, man.
Eat a
This might sound
box.
weird, but have we actually mentioned that we're at PAX right now?
Yeah.
Well, we are at PAX.
Yeah, that's part of the
It's
intro.
just when people don't,
Yeah.
you know, I wasn't
And-
sure if we mentioned that.
And finally, as a special treat, and we will have video of this to put up later. It took me until. Oh, I'm gonna steal one. I'm just gonna.
They're not that fucking good. Come on, get over it.
So,
Well, you've had it your whole
Yeah.
life, right?
Come on, their Smarties are rock.
No, here, I'll tell you, you want to hear about cool things. I'm having a Diet Cherry 7-Up.
so am I, and it's
It
amazing.
is fucking good. Okay, so we can kind of feel it.
Okay.
We feel
Can I
it.
just say something real quick?
Yeah.
I feel a bit awkward saying that I put Johnny on his knees in front of me. It's
Oh!
That's all you're down
This
there.
is how I've always dreamed of the podcast. I've never wanted it to be any other way. It's a
From
dream
what
come
I
true.
listened to in my truck, it sounds only natural.
Yeah.
Oh, not the first time.
Oh! And he taps me in the back like a small child.
He didn't tap you
There you go,
hands
buddy.
either.
Yeah, she, buddy. Yeah.
So
yeah.
the final surprise, and it was actually down to 0 hour. It was the night before we came down here to PAX. And I run out of grocery stores, delis, anything else. I went to that restaurant that the photo came from of Game Street eating the poutine.
Cockney Kings.
Cockney Kings.
Yeah.
I went into the manager, he's a buddy of ours, and I said, look, can you do me a solid? I gotta tell you a little story about a man named Jason Heine and the love of the poutine. I need cheese curds, real cheese curds. Can you hook a brother up?
He's like, oh shit, I know.
And he
I
said-
can bring it to him.
What about you? You need some cheese curds to get some poutine to a man from Arizona. I'm your man. Gave me 4 packs of cheese curds. I have the Montreal canned Santuber's traditional sauce. And we're gonna get some poutine cooked up and feed it to Mr. Jason. He can eat it on camera for the first time.
I don't even know what to say. You guys love me. You really love me. Rob, I need to hug
Oh, my Jason.
That deserves a hug. I mean, that's a beautiful thing.
I said, okay, so somebody sent you some stuff in the mail, and that was very nice of
Yeah,
them.
he sent me
It was
the
a good
poutine mix,
gesture.
you know, he sent me
But
the mix,
this is
yeah.
the real deal.
This is
The
the
full
real deal.
meal deal.
So I'm really looking forward that finally I'm going to be able to eat poutine.
And he can save the mix for later when he's at home.
Yeah.
And no faking the reaction, Jason. If you hate
No,
it,
but if I throw up,
You will love
that's
it.
going to happen on
You will love
camera.
it. I'll be catching it on the ground as
Like,
you're throwing
oh, there it goes.
You probably look the same coming out,
Yeah,
actually.
absolutely.
That's why they call it poutine, right?
People say it looks like brains, you know, but hey, it tastes great.
But what are we thinking so far? Like, wow, this is like it's overload, and not just the meeting,
All right.
but everything at PAX. And maybe we should just go around and PAX reactions to start
Yeah, I
off
think that
with.
sounds good.
Pete starts off. We'll go around.
Too much. Honestly, comparing it to PAX East, the layout was a lot better because you could actually look at the entire show floor as a whole. This place is like split up into multiple floors,
Yeah.
little hidden corners. Like there's still places that I didn't even know were on the show floor that I'm just discovering now. And then there's venues that happen in like totally different buildings, blocks away. So in terms of getting to where you need to go, it takes a lot more time, whereas in PAX East, everything is like readily available there on a giant show floor. However, it's kind of overwhelming. In this PAX I'm basically going at it like I'm not going to wait on any lines to play any of the big games. I'm basically just walking around, taking in the experience of PAX, and playing some of the indie games, you know. Because to wait online for like even Skyrim, as much as I want to play that game, I'm not
Yeah.
waiting online 2+ hours probably to play a game that I'm going to be playing in 2
I
months.
saw
anyway.
people camped out.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let you film it.
I won't
either.
be
That's
in line
the
for
only
that
thing.
shit.
So-
that's for sure.
Despite the catchphrase, Pete Dorr is not in line for any shit.
But you know what the bullshit is? I have got Pete in so many lineups. That's part of my thing. I was filming in so many. I got him in like 10 lineups.
So he can't
Yeah.
fake it. You're lining up.
He's always on line for
Yeah.
some shit. That's just true. Highlight game of PAX?
You know, I feel so bad. I played this game before, like today, and it's actually probably my favorite game of the show. But then, just coming down here, I went blank. I can't remember the name of this game, okay? It starts with a D. It's an indie game. It was next to a game called Snapshot. It's an indie.
Dynamite Ducks.
No.
You gotta bring that shit
I
up.
think it's called like decomp is something. It starts with a D, but it's an indie platformer that's sort of in the style of like Limbo with the visuals. It's very dark and grainy. But the cool thing is you make lights in the game world, and those are the platforms. So all the obstacles in this game, like platforms, houses, anything like that, you can't jump on them. You actually have to create a light source, and then you can jump on that light source. It's actually my favorite game of the show. I played it for like 45 minutes. The art director guy was there, and I talked to him. The game designer wasn't there. By far my favorite game that I've played so far.
Was a game that you were looking forward to that you got to see or play that you were disappointed in?
And I can't edit out this gap.
Well, you wouldn't come in saying, hey, I want to try that.
I didn't play many games because we had a lot of events planned, like the YouTube meetup.
Yeah.
You know, we had a lot of things going on.
We'll get to that for
So
sure.
I didn't actually play many games. I checked and looked at a lot of games. So there wasn't really anything that I played and was really disappointed in. Well, actually, before I played this, I forget the name, Retro City Rampage was probably my favorite game of the show.
Yeah, that was cool.
We all played that, we all checked it out. It's
Yeah.
an 8-bit style Grand Theft Auto game with like a lot of references to old school games, and it's freaking awesome.
And movies.
Incredible.
Yeah. The guys were cool down to earth too.
We definitely were trying to get him on the podcast too. Like,
We are getting him
really,
on the
we are
podcast,
getting
yeah.
him on the podcast.
And I'm talking about getting them on an episode of the show as well. So, yeah, they were that game was very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, we'd like to review copies of the game.
No problem.
I have a question for you guys. I know what my answer is without a doubt, so I'm going to see what yours are. Your favorite booth of the show. Not even playing the game, but the way it looks. 100% I know my answer.
Firefall was pretty cool.
I was gonna say
That was
Firefall
pretty
too.
good.
But that was a little bit
So
too much.
much, yeah.
It's like too much in your face.
You enter the area and they have a huge like statue, like full life-size people. It's ridiculous.
Let's just break this down. Let's
Yeah.
just quickly, not to get off topic, but let's break that down. You walk in, they have this huge statue, you're
Well,
right,
even
with
bring it-
moving parts
Yeah.
and sound and lighting and all this stuff. Then you walk in and it's on this like 100-inch freaking screen, right? It's just
Yeah.
massive. But you go up the escalators, they got
Oh, yeah.
advertisements
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
escalators.
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom and washed my hands. I don't know if you guys went to that same bathroom. Maybe it's in every bathroom. I don't know. They had pictures on the mirrors of like the mech suits. It's like you're standing there washing your hands, and like look up, and it's like there you are standing there with a mech. I'm like, they're really pushing this game.
They had a mural.
Yeah.
Pissing on it. In the urinal. They had a
In the urinal.
mural. It was crazy.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. That's cool.
This guy's disgusting.
I would say that would probably be the best. It was
They put
way
the most
over
The
the
most money was in it,
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely.
Real that.
Definitely.
That was like the big one of the show, but I'll admit the game looked okay.
Yeah.
You know, it was only
And for those
okay.
that don't know, Firefall is like I guess a free-to-play sort of massive online first-person shooter, I guess, right?
What would
Yeah.
be the money for that monthly fees? Is that it?
They probably have to have some kind of
Microtransactions.
Yeah,
microtransactions.
upgrade your equipment or who knows. They all do that. That's real popular right now.
Oh, yeah.
Bethesda's, you know, their booth is awesome. This is with the dragon and all that.
Yeah, that's my.
That's pretty good, but this.
Nah, it was very impressive.
Yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, wow, that is. Bethesda had a setup for Skyrim with a huge,
Skyrim was
giant dragon.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
Oh, man.
My other one was Lollipop Chainsaw. Because
Oh,
they actually,
yeah.
when you go up to the booth, it's actually like you're going to a school that has all the lockers there. And
cool.
that was kind of cool.
Is that what the chainsaw back there is all about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's what that's
So
about.
I did a little interview with the guys and all that. It's kind of funny. It's so stupid. There's a huge lineup to get up to play this game. And I walked up and I'm like, I'm just filming. I'm not asking for anything. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, and they're like, can you turn your camera off? You can't get any footage. I'm like, oh, well, honestly, I said I want to promote what this is. I said I got a YouTube show with like 34,000 people. And she's like, oh, you're not pressed, right? I'm like, no. He was like, oh, okay, just give me a sec. He goes off, brings the media woman up to me, and she's like, yes, sir, you can play right away. And there's this huge lineup behind me, and they brought me in.
Wow.
Wow.
And it was like, yeah, they gave me like full star treatment. They gave me 3 of these things. They gave me a handful of stickers. They talked me through the entire game. I was playing it the whole way. I liked the game.
Well,
I
I
like
I
the
know to
game.
apply for a media pass next
You know,
year.
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it really
Yeah.
helps out. Saves time.
Really helps out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was my experience with that. What do you think was your best favorite?
Well, I mean, I think Retro City Rampage was really cool just because they were so down to earth. I mean, it was a smaller booth, but As far as games, that's probably my favorite
They had a
game.
lot of promotion as well, though.
Yeah,
Everybody
they
that went
did.
to PAX got
Was-
like a Retro City Rampage like paper. or
Fire, it looked
something.
like an old Sega Master System cover.
Yes,
It was
it does,
super
yeah.
cool. I mean, they put a lot of work into it, and you can tell they're really diehard like retro game
Diehard
gamers
fans.
by heart, but
Yeah.
for sure. But that's probably my favorite. We all answer?
Jason?
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. I think it was. What?
We're waiting to hear what your booth is.
No, I don't. It wasn't impressive at all.
Really?
Yeah,
The booth
Battlefield 3 wasn't.
Yeah, we're just looking at Jason. We're like, he's gonna say it.
Look, I'm
He's
not
gonna
here to
it.
say it just because I love the game.
Yeah.
The booth was just all black. It was encased. You
Yeah.
couldn't see anything. It had a cool poster, floor to ceiling, and it had this like Hummer that was decked out with like fake 50 cals and Battlefield type guns. But I don't think it was really impressive at all. To
Yeah.
be honest with you, yeah, I thought Skyrim was quite impressive, and that dragon is unscripted, by the way, right?
Yes, absolutely. It just lands where it wants to land.
Yeah,
yeah,
Lives
old
there.
dragons,
Yeah.
Wait,
So,
they have a dragon that lands?
so yeah, there's dragons in this game or whatever, and you're walking through the land, and by pure chance, it might just land in front of you, or it might not.
I mean, there was a
They're
panel
Yeah.
for Skyrim, and everybody's like, "You go into the panel," and I'm like, "I don't think so, because why am I going to watch somebody play this game for an hour when I want to have a fresh experience playing
Totally,
myself?
yeah.
I don't want to have it
Yeah.
spoiled." So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Can't wait for Skyrim.
One other
Good.
booth,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys forgot the Jurassic Park.
I was going to mention that. Jurassic Park.
Such
They have
an
the,
awesome
the Jeep, they have the Jeep, and they have the whole intro arcway.
Posters are hanging out.
But
yeah.
here's
At least you play the game, Pete?
I didn't play it.
I
No.
played it today.
Okay, because I asked him what it's about, and even the guy at the booth, he was kind of weird. He was like, it was basically just quick time events. So he said to me,
It's like Dragon's Lair.
so just point and click.
No, totally
Real-
action. It's kind of like, like old school Dragon's Lair or Heavy Rain, where you if you push like up, when you push up or right or A or B at certain times.
Uh-huh.
But whatever you end up doing, the outcome changes throughout the game. So if you don't do something at a particular point in the game, that's going to change the whole outcome of the rest of the game.
Oh wow, okay.
So that's kind of a cool thing. But it's totally like,
Yeah, well, it sounds interesting.
yeah, graphics were
Yeah.
They could have done better with the graphics. But what did I play?
Yeah.
So.
What about you, Rob?
Well, I think the BioWare booth is a pretty wicked setup. They've got your Knights of the Old Republic section. I mean, it's not fancy, it's not ornate. The one thing about it that is fantastic is that they have the elusive man's chair, and you can sit in it and take your picture
That's
with the
cool.
flaming background in his chair. That is awesome. It's also set up with a stage so that various either cast members or production team members or artists that did concept work are up on a stage, and fans can come by, get autographs, meet them, chat with them. So for the actual fan service, it's very well put together. For looks on the outside, I really like the Aliens Colonial Marine section of the Sega booth. Because the outside looks like
Yeah,
bulkheads
that was
from
nice.
the Aliens.
Yeah,
ship.
that was nice.
It's
I
fantastic.
like that a
Which
lot.
me and Rob, we were checking it out for quite a while with one of the what was it? He's the
Oh no, this was a guy who works as a producer at Sega of America, but he was there with the most under-promoted
you
game.
had to request this game. Like it
Yeah.
was not on the show floor to play. You had to like specifically ask. So tell how you came.
Now this is where I talk about what is my definite game of the show, and out of left field, and wasn't even really advertised. I walked up first day one, walking in, saw the Aliens Colonial Marines booth. Quick sweep with my eyes. No, I have to go in here. Didn't know if it was gameplay or if it was a video presentation, whatever. Went through it. The video presentation, impressive. So impressive. That game has me excited. Came out, went around to the front. There's a little white desk where you can pick up like stickers and cards and some pins. The pins are 16-bit sprite-style art of aliens, Marines, and the actual aliens from the movies. Face huggers, a chest burster, all this stuff. There's like 5 pins. And I said, oh, are these like a retro design promo for the Colonial Marines? No, those are for Alien Infestation on the DS. Well, where's the booth for that? Oh, there isn't one. We'll phone the guy that has it, and he'll come over, and maybe you can try it out.
And this guy was supposedly like super excited to learn that somebody actually wanted to play this game.
So
We
I
might have been the only ones at this show that actually played this game.
Yeah,
I
yeah, it's
heard
crazy.
about it. So I heard about it that day, but I didn't get a chance to go back. So I insisted on bringing. Well, Pete met up with me this morning outside while I was playing Shinobi and checking it out and enjoying it.
I was playing Sonic Generations. I mean,
Yeah.
which is good by the way. It's good.
And so they told me, by the way, the guy with, because I asked again about this Aliens game, Matt will be coming with it, and you can check it out. And so he finally shows up, and I go over, shake his hand, and chat with him for a bit, and he lets me start it up. And the first words out of his mouth were, well, it's kind of a side-scrolling Metroidvania type game. And so, done.
That's with the Alien franchise.
Alien franchise, fully supported by 20th Century Fox, given free license to use all of the assets of that franchise, make a story that's a 2D Metroidvania.
Now this is going to excite a lot of people. It's from the same developers that did the Shantae series on Game Boy Color and the DSiWare, which is a phenomenal platforming series. And the part that excites me about this game the most is that it's actually sort of in a roguelike style. So think Super Metroid, Castlevania, where you can continuously continue, you know, but in this game, if you lose all of your characters, you restart back at the beginning of the game. Now there's a certain mechanic to that, which Rob, I guess I'll let you explain.
Okay. Basically how it works is you start with a squad of 4 characters. Those 4 characters are interchangeable at save points. They have slightly different abilities, but their gear, weapons, etc. are always the same. As you progress through the game, if one of them dies, they are dead. They are dead. So if you have one of them die and then save your game, you revert to that save, that character's dead. That's it. However, you can rescue other Marines as you go through, and they will go into a backup roster, which you can then shuffle around as well at save zones, so you have a squad of 4 at all times. But every time one of them dies, they're gone, one of the roster shuffles in. If you run out of Marines, your game is completely
It's
over.
like more of Alliance, kind of like that. Like you die and then
Yeah, that's it. If you run out of heroes,
It's over.
yeah,
the
it's
game
over.
is over.
Which I asked him, I forget exactly how I brought up the subject, but I'm like, so, you know, how does the continues work in this game? And like, you could tell he was scared to tell me that when you die for good, the game is over, you gotta restart. And I'm like, that is awesome. And he was kind of surprised.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, that's old school.
That's old school.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
That's old school.
Yeah.
That's
It's
how
like, because
it
he's here
was.
pitching this game to us for like ever, and that's probably the most make or break part for a lot of people. And
Yeah.
I was pretty actually happy to hear it.
I was so excited about
So
this game.
it brings tension to, you know, you gotta conserve your bullets and everything, and you gotta really...
When's it come out?
Comes out. Now here's the other kicker. This game will be out in October.
Oh wow.
It is ready
Right
for
around the
release
corner.
now. So he wasn't showing us a demo. He was showing us
That's what game.
the full release beta cartridge.
It finished 2 months ago making it, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have another game for that month.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
right.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and it is not 3DS, Nintendo DS,
Yeah.
which they were demoing it on a DSi XL, and it looked
Beautiful.
gorgeous. By the way, another game by that same house, Contra 4.
Yeah.
They were the ones that
Huh.
resurrected Contra and
Oh.
did such an amazing job. So awesome. That's my surprise game of the show, and that was my favorite.
Definitely, also, well, unfortunately that game I can't remember the freaking name of, I feel terrible, but...
Dynamite Ducks, I think it was.
Terrible.
Dynamite Ducks 3D.
In 3D.
Yeah, open world. You know, you play as Bean.
Sandbox
explore the
duck.
world.
So I can't, yeah.
There was a Quackalypse
MMO.
now, Dynamite
Oh, an
Redux.
MMO of Dynamite Ducks. You all have different colored ducks. You play the game now.
Yeah.
I can imagine why they would do that.
Yeah, never again.
You know?
That's
Would that be a
hilarious.
Quackalypse now, Dynamite Redux?
Oh.
Look at this
That's
guy.
Look at this guy.
Absolutely.
This guy. Maybe we should start about how we all met at this. Where are we at?
Pax.
Oh, this PAX thing. You know what? I'll honestly admit my brain is blown.
Oh,
There's
been
only one way.
so much shit going on. I'm
Yeah.
like, and we're doing this, and then we got a party right afterwards. We've been so busy the whole weekend, but we all met the other night at the Cheesecake Factory at 5 o'clock.
That was Thursday, yeah. Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah, and it was so amazing that on Facebook I'd invited all these different channels to come, like the Game Chasers, the Retro Hunters, you know, all of our individual channels, Frasier, Stirring Craig. Am I forgetting anybody? Play Alive, Playlives. I always get them. Terrence from Chargeback Forward. Terrence from Chargeback Forward. Big Mike couldn't make it. We're very, very sad about that. But the amazing thing about it was everybody showed up.
yeah.
Too many people showed up.
Yeah.
I actually went across the road and I said to them, I said, can we make that reservation from 20 to 30 people? So happy I did that. There was the exact amount of people that we actually needed. You know? So everybody showed up and it was incredible. Everybody interacted really well. Everybody had a really good time. Everybody I talked to had a really good time there still.
Yeah.
And you were the last guys to show up. So do you tell us about your landing, coming?
Yeah, well, we got on the same flight out of Arizona,
Yeah.
and we had some corn dogs at the airport.
Yeah, corn dog nuggets, the small ones you get at Nathan's.
They were amazing.
Bomb.
Yeah,
Something in the States. We'll get them.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, we landed, got the rental car, and then headed straight to the
Cheesecake
Factory. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it was cool. I mean, my priority this weekend was really to hang out with my friends. And see
Yeah,
you guys,
that's
right? That was my priority was that, kind of like Terrence was saying earlier. Hang out with my friends first, maybe the expo hall second, and then panels would be like kind of third, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of my priority list. And this is like my highlight right now so far, talking to you guys, having this podcast
Yeah,
live.
definitely.
Yes.
Tonight is going to be epic with the Game Deals party. We can talk more about that later.
Well, we should probably talk about that next week.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it hasn't
well,
happened yet. So
yeah, that's-
Yeah.
anything that might happen there, we'll keep a surprise for next week. So
A lot of people are expected to show up.
A lot of
It's
people
gonna
expected to show
be,
up,
it's gonna be epic.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to this party tonight. It's going to be really amazing. So many different people from so many different channels meeting each other. Some for the first time. So could be some exciting news next week. And
Yeah.
we'll leave it for definitely then. But yeah, no, the dinner went really well, as we said, and then the next day we got up and. I was up at, what time are you up at, Robin? Robin and Terrence have been getting up at like 5:30 in the morning.
I was up at 5:30 in the morning on Friday.
Wow.
I was straight out of bed, into the shower, cleaned up, downstairs, coffeed, and wandering around the city at 6 in the morning because nothing was open.
Just wandering.
Just wandering and checking the streets.
6 a.m.
And then I finally got into Walgreens to get my Rockstar energy drinks to help get me through the day. Stopped by an ATM, got my cash, and still had way too much time to kill wandering around waiting for everyone to wake up.
I mean, that's the thing about PAX, you get wired.
Oh,
You know how you guys do
I
for
forgot
that?
to mention, okay?
Yeah.
When I came to PAX,
Oh, yeah,
I was
it's
up
great.
for 29 hours straight.
Yeah.
So when I get to the hotel to meet all the guys on Thursday at like 1
Yeah.
or 2 o'clock, I walk in and I'm like, I'm a zombie.
Okay, so I want to add to that and go to the enhanced version of that. Well, I was sitting in the lobby about 12:30 to 1, waiting for everybody to show up. And then I thought Pete was going to phone, and the phone hasn't rung, so I thought, oh,
I called them, but apparently it was some like random woman's number. And
Oh, yeah, I did that on purpose. I didn't want you to actually phone me.
Hello.
That was weird
his
because
mom.
we checked and the numbers were right.
Yeah.
Something kind of weird happened there. I don't know. But all of a sudden I hear this, hey Johnny, and I look, and there's Pete. His eyes are like shut.
Oh,
Okay? And he's like holding some bags. He's like, I haven't slept in 29 hours. I'm like,
It's fucking awesome.
what the hell?
You
It took
were like-
29 hours to cut his hair because he's cut his hair all
Yeah,
over the show.
Yeah.
No, but I couldn't get to sleep the night before PAX, and the day before I woke up early so that I'd be able to fall asleep to get some sleep before PAX. And then I had my first plane ride ever, so I was on the plane and I wanted to get some sleep on there.
That's huge.
And then there were 2
Yeah.
kids in front of me crying and kicking, and it was very uncomfortable, so I could not sleep. So I got here and I'm like, I have to go get some sleep, so I went upstairs and I might have got maybe an hour or 2 of sleep because the room service lady woke me up in the middle
Room
of that.
service!
Yeah.
Room service.
At what time?
And
Don't lie, Pete. That was a stripper you called over.
I don't know what time it
Escort
was.
service.
That was an escort service. That was-
Yeah.
Generally, I had like maybe 2 or 3 hours sleep maximum. But the funny thing is, the first day of PAX, I was still, or Thursday it was, I was still wired with energy. I
Yeah.
was just feeding off everybody else, meeting everybody. I didn't feel
Yeah.
tired at all, and I didn't drink any energy drinks. So it was
Adrenaline.
Now,
Yeah.
Can,
Yeah.
can I just chime in? As from my own experience, when these guys walked in to the restaurant, I went into fits of nerdish fanboy glee to see all 4 of these guys in the same room. Johnny and I have been hanging out forever, but
Yeah, we're old hats.
I've met John. I've met
that was Johnny.
I've met John maybe twice, 3 times
3
now.
times or
Yeah.
4 times a week.
Jason and Pete walked in, seeing all 4 of them together, it just blew my mind. And that's when my head exploded. And then Terrence shows up, Play Lives, I've seen around here and there.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't
DJ.
give a him.
Hey, I'm fully clothed
But
this
then
time.
the Game Chasers, that also, and then to have all of these guys that I've
Yeah,
been
it's
watching that I
pretty trippy.
feel like I know.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was like that. Because
Yeah.
as soon as they came in, there was no awkward getting to know you, no nothing. Everyone was
Yeah.
chatting like we'd known each other forever.
And I'm so easily fan struck with people, like, when I see, like Craig from Squirts, I'm like, oh my god, it's Craig, and then the Game Chaser guys, I'm like, oh my god, it's the Game Chaser.
Yeah.
It's just, you get very excited because we're all part of the same kind of community. It's really great to see everybody coming together, and that's what PAX allows. It allows a lot of people to come together. But I'm like, what is your Rob? I got to chime in and.
I thought the Human Centipede was the thing coming.
Oh, look at this guy! Look at this guy!
Jeez.
That's the sequel, isn't it? Like they went 18 people together.
they are coming
Yeah.
out with a sequel. Yeah.
Are they?
That's what the party's gonna be about tonight. We're gonna see how many YouTubers we can attach as one.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And Jason's gonna eat the poutine first.
I'd subscribe to
And
that.
then see how much poutine comes out the other side.
If you be in line for that shit.
And people will be in line for that shit. That's pretty good. That's not bad.
Pre-order those tickets.
But I'm gonna I want to hear Rob's take on it. This is actually Rob's first convention ever. So
Really?
his brains are exploding. It's fantastic to see. It's really exciting to see. Like, how can you just like sum that up? How can you sum PAX up your experience so far?
Sweet fucking Jesus.
Yes, my son.
That's about it. I mean, okay, just for a quick summary rundown of all the things that have happened to me that have made this so mind blowing.
Oh, let me get a seat then.
Yeah,
Oh
boy.
It's one of the times already, but
I met all the All Gen gamers. I got a hardcover copy of the Mega Man tribute art book signed by 2 of the guys. I met the Megas and saw them play live. I watched a concert last night that had video game orchestra, mini bosses, Metroid Metal, and MC Frontlot. I've met FemShep. I've seen amazing games. I saw a DS game I didn't even know existed. The floor has been spectacular. And at no point have I ever felt tired or like anything was dragging on. It has been the most amazing, fantastic, uplifting, and this is very important, revitalizing experience for me. But I'll be honest, my passion for gaming over the last few months has dwindled to where I thought it was going. It was really going downhill.
Especially with all the Capcom stuff that's going on. It's gonna burn you out.
Not just that, but also, I mean, like, I've been working a lot, having time to play a lot of games,
Yeah,
and
true.
then I stopped wanting to make it a priority. Coming here woke all of that back up. And
Yeah.
it's like a fire in my veins. I'm
The
just so
excitement
excited.
of being
So-
a gamer, right?
Yes,
you know,
it's
like
back.
yeah.
And so it's just been such an incredible wake-up call, and
Yeah.
I have to thank all of you guys for helping make this experience so great, and for being here.
Hey, fucking same for you, man. You gotta tell the story about Mass Effect and your wife and all
Yeah,
that.
because
And
this
it's
won't be
intense.
out. She'll get to see this before this comes out. So
Oh yeah, for sure. It won't change anything, right?
this was the most amazing thing. I was standing as we were talking to Matt about Alien Infestation.
Yes.
I saw a girl in the background. She pulled out a glossy 8x10 of the female Shepard character from Mass Effect 3, autographed by, I could only assume, the voice actress. And I ran over and I said, "Excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but where did you get that? Because my wife would love it." And she said, "FemShop's up at the BioWare booth handing them out and signing them." Gone. Flaming sneaker prints on the ground as I ran through.
Back to the Future
Yeah. Oh yeah, 8 miles an hour, gone. And I got there, they were out of the 8x10 glossies, but she was taking pictures with the fans. Terrence from Chargeback Forward, he's there with me.
Terrence
Andrew,
from Chargeback Forward.
Terrence
Terrence
from
from Chargeback Forward.
Big Mike.
Big Mike, who is not here. Terrence from Chargeback, walking forward. Good Lord Almighty.
So he's got his camera and she's allowing people to take pictures. And he says, "I can do video." And I said, "Do you think I could get her to talk? Do you think I could get her to do something? Talk, like do the voice?" And so we figured, may as well give it a shot. So when my turn for a picture came up, I had an inflatable Omni tool that I wanted to sign.
He calls it an inflatable
No.
He calls
That's what
it,
he
but-
calls it.
Inflatable.
We know what it really is.
That I was hoping she would sign. But I went up and I said, instead of a photo, look, let me explain. My wife is...
Can I get a blowjob? Can that be too inconvenience?
He's right here on the spot, baby.
Right
Good
here.
job.
It'll only take 5 minutes.
It'll only take a minute, girl. No means no.
No means no.
So I explained to her, my wife is 6 months pregnant. We have a 2-year-old. She's at home taking care of the kids with her parents, staying to help her out. She really wanted to be here. She loves Mass Effect.
And she's in love with you.
She's played the FemShop character all the way through, all the campaigns, and I've watched through the story. It's been fantastic. Would you be willing to say a little message to her in the female shepherd voice? My friend is a camera with a microphone. Didn't even bat an eye. She said, "Absolutely. Get the microphone. Let's do it. What do you want me to say?" And I asked her to say, "I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite gamer on the Citadel." And she absolutely did it. And then as Terrence was putting the camera away, she sort of stopped. She waved him to stop and bring it back up. She looked at me and said, "What's your wife's name?" I said, "It's Tamara." She said, in the shepherd voice, "Tamara, you rock."
Nice.
Yeah,
That's just unbelievable. And then signed the Omni tool as well.
Well, I forget who's filming all of this though.
Terrence.
Terrence
From where?
Terrence from Chargeback Forward. Terrence from Chargeback Forward.
And Big Mike, who's not here.
Terrence from Chargeback Forward.
Terrence, who's Big Mike?
Big Mike's just this guy, you know?
Is he a Big Mike
He's,
kind of guy?
he's a Big Mike kind of guy.
Nice.
He's a big collector.
Yeah.
Big Mike.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I know who that is. I don't know who that Terrence guy is, though.
Jeez, this is Terrence guy.
Who's that Terrence guy from
Fucking
Chargeback Forward?
hack.
Oh,
How we set hung out with Philip?
yeah. Philip, who?
Terrence and Philip.
Oh, Terrence and Philip. That's
Yeah.
Canadian.
That's
Wow.
right.
He's turning the camera off.
No, out of like pretty much battery and,
You're probably-
and
probably
memory
dead.
card. I gotta go.
And
first,
you know, like we do until next time on this, because that's the bit of the podcast that we will record and put it on the show. Absolutely. So, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
We love you.
We love you. Long time. Long time.
Chubuku. Chubuku.
Thanks. I didn't want your hand getting fucking tired. Thanks for doing that.
Nah, no problem.
That's awesome.
Thanks,
man.
DJ.
That's
You're
amazing.
the man.
Guys.
All right, wave bye to mine. See you guys later out there.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.